What is going on, guys? Knob is back here again with another deck profile. I know a while ago I did a deck profile with Vegeks saying that Vegeks isn't dead, and as you can see, as the meta continues, I'm right. You're wrong. I'm just playing. Whoever agreed with me, they totally understand. So today I'm bringing you an updated version. I played this at my locals last weekend, and I had a great time. I went X1 with this deck. I am playing the Power Rangers version, or the Katopeslas. Not my favorite version, but the results are really good. It came out very well. I have fun with the deck. I'll tell you some pros and cons with this deck as the video goes on. But I do want to give you guys a deck profile. The decks that I did play that I went X1 with, actually game one, I played against the mirror match. I won the game. Game two, I played against Cooler. Cooler can't mill me out, so they have to go to a more aggro style, which is, it's not that it's difficult, but it's just not part of their plan. I won that game. I think round three, I played against King Piccolo. That was a pretty strong matchup, pretty hard matchup, depending on how it goes. But I pushed really aggro, and I just did my thing, and I played very well, and I won that game. Round four, I played against Reboot Bergamo, whatever you guys want to call them. That game was pretty intense. It took a little bit longer than usual to get to the game, but with a lot of pressure, it was hard for my opponent to make a board and to do any of the permanents that the leader has, to where, the leader can't be attacked by the unisons or battle cards, and then the 4-drop Bergamo. It was just very difficult for him to really get by. So I won that game. My last and final round, I lost against the aggressive version of Shenron. That was actually my first time playing against it, and I will have to admit it, that deck is really explosive. I already knew all the plays that were going to happen, and I couldn't really answer to it. I didn't get my negates fast enough. He was able to play the winner pack, or Shenron, the one that's triple strike. Then he awakens, reveals the pan, brings out the pan, restands him, attack, and then successor cell on turn 3, turn 4. So it was really difficult for me to get by, especially with this version of Katopesla, where on turn 4 is when you really have to go off. And that's one of the things I actually dislike about the deck. But let's get into the profile. If you guys don't know what this leader does, Vegeta, and Trunks, you just mill the top 5 cards of your deck, and you draw a card. You awaken if you have 20 or more cards in your drop area, or if you're at 4 life, you untap energy and you draw 1. With this version, you're really gonna, most of the times, you really awaken by having 20 cards in a drop area. You don't really overwhelm a lot. There is a few cards that I overwhelm with. So let's get to the profile. I'm sure you guys want to see the engine. So I play actually 4 of the Katopesla's Universe 3 policemen. He's actually the searcher for the deck. He grabs any Universe 3 card. Now let me tell you that again, any Universe 3 cards. So there are targets in here that you're going to grab that doesn't have to be the Katopeslas. And then we also are playing the new Katopesla Mastery guy. He's able to bring, this is how the whole chain kind of starts. He is going to bring out, when he gets played, he's able to add any Katopeslas with an energy cost of 2 or more from the drop area back to your hand. So when your leader is milling out these cards, don't think you're losing resources. You actually have a lot of plays. You're able to grab all of the chain. So we'll actually go to the chain. Oh, and also, when you're at 4 energy with this dude, you pay 2 energy, and for the rest of the turn, you don't have to pay any energy at all to evolve with the Katopeslas, to do EX evolve. So you're able in that turn 4 to just pop off and go off. And if you have multiple of these guys on the board, you're gonna be playing multiple of them. So it's really awesome. And when we play here, I actually play 3 Katopesla Sonic Justice. I play 3 of the Katopesla Righteous Fury. And we play 3, let me put them in here because this big boy right here. We play 3 Katopeslas, Envoy of Justice. These guys are amazing. I did play them at 4, but I have a 57 cards in this deck, so I didn't want to kind of go to 60. Actually, I could have, but there's really wasn't an issue for me to get these guys. Putting them at 3 was not a problem. It was actually pretty cool. It was okay. My 1-drop over here, he's going to be able to grab them from the deck. And this guy right here is always going to grab them from the drop area. So you really never really lose anything. You have a whole you're able to grab everything. Now, if you guys don't know, our friend over here is your barrier and your dual attacker. And for 1 energy on the opponent's turn, he can negate an attack from a battle card, energy cost of 4 or less. So you're going to be able to attack, hit unisons, hit anything you want, restand. You know, you can evolve this guy early. You don't have to just wait turn 4. But if you want to have this guy on the board, just start slowing down the opponent's aggression. Even though you're playing aggro as well, it's not a problem. Our boy right here, Katopesla Righteous Fury, I have mixed feelings for him. So he's amazing. He's a 5-drop. He EX evolves for 2 energy. He has double strike critical, and when he's played, you draw a card and you warp a card. So it's basically very similar to the Demigra. The biggest problem with him is that he has no protection, unlike the other EX evolves. This is where I have a problem with this deck. People, if they play correctly, all they have to do is kill this guy to stop the chain. If they have with blue, they can with blue, you know, I guess they can trunks it, but it kind of doesn't matter if you're on your turn 4. But with green, there's Frieza. Frieza's gonna KO this card. With yellow, they might like use Release from Evil, so they negate it and whatnot, or they'll just use the Vegeta to put it in rest mode, so that's 1 attack that you weren't able to do, or they Cold Bloodlust. You know, they'll do things like that. And what's another? Oh, with red, I kind of had to like when I went into my chain, I couldn't even attack with this card because if they do Wolf Fang Fist and minus 15k, this guy, he's dead. Your chain is gone. So it's like you have to be very careful with this card. But this is the most. It's weird to say, but out of all of the chains, this is your weakest one. And the final boss over here, Katopesla, Envoy of Justice. This guy is just perfect. Beautiful card, really great. He has critical, dual attack, double strike, barrier. When he comes out and he's evolved, you switch him to active mode. Man, you're gonna get so many attacks just with this whole chain. You're gonna attack 1 time here with the 4-drop. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, 4 attacks. And these are critical. So the opponent is going to lose so much hand advantage, or they're going to waste so many resources to stop these attacks. So I really love this chain. And also, like I was telling you, for our little 1-drop boy over here, he's going to add 3 Kuotsukai's Mechanical Courage. This guy was MVP in the tournament. I used this guy whenever I needed defense, whenever I was pushing for game. The opponent was unable to play stuff, or my opponents would play cards and they would just nag so hard. Especially in the King Piccolo matchup, the opponent's going to have a hard time if you activate this card, because I know when they combo, they're able to play them out. So they're going to have to warp 2 cards from their hands to bring this boy to bring out any of their cards. This is really good if they want to activate counter cards. So basically, for 1 energy, you're going to remove Kuotsukai from the game. And you can place up to 2 cards from your hand to the bottom of the deck, and you draw that many. And for the rest of basically your turn, if the opponent plays a battle card that costs 220k or less, they have to warp 2 cards from their hand. So this is really good. It's really essential. I really love this card. So now we'll move on to the basic stables. I don't even know why I didn't start off with this. You know, the 4 Supreme Kai of Time, Guardian of Space. You're going to play 4 Time Agent Vegetas. You know this. 4 Time Agent Trunks, and 4 Gotenks Unison. I think I've explained these cards enough. You have to play all these cards at 4. Trunks is going to help you protect any of your guys. He's going to help protect your Unison as well. Unison comes out for free. All these guys come out for free when they get sent from the deck to the drop area by any skills. I think that even includes if you're playing against Cooler. So if the Cooler uses their effects to send it to the top of the deck, you're able to free play these guys out. So you don't really care if they do it or not. The Vegeta actually helped me a few times in the tournament to get rid of anything like Black Mass Sane, because his +2, I mean not his +2, his activate battle where you pay 2 energy, you're able to warp a battle card with an energy cost 3 or less. And that actually helped me against the King Piccolo matchup. I was able to warp, I think his name is Piano, where Piano is like one of their big draw powers in the deck. And also get rid of Black Mass Sanes, get rid of anything within the mirror match. You know, so these cards are really amazing. There's not really much to say about it, to be honest. It's kind of self-explanatory. And here's some cards that I play for self-awakening. I actually play 3 Dark Power Black Mass Sane. Let's see this real quick. And we're going to play 4 Son Goku True Fighting Spirit. Should actually play a 4. I don't know why I have 3 in there. That's pretty much a miscalculation. So I play these guys out. These are my self-awakeners, just in case my opponent wants to stall me. Like if we're on turn 4 and I'm not awakened yet, or I don't have the requirements to awaken, and I need to go to 4 life, and I'm at maybe 5 life or something, you know, you slap these babies down, you attack with it, the opponent's going to just grumble, get upset. But these are your good self-awakeners, and they're good cards to punish the opponent. So with True Fighting Spirit, when he attacks, he takes a life, he gains 10k, so he's a 15k, and he has deflect, so he's unaffected by counter plays. And also, once per turn, during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a counter skill, they must warp a card from their hand. So they will have a hard time, you know, when it comes to warping cards from their hand. They're going to lose hand advantage. And then, like I say, Dark Power Black Mass Sane, he's MVP. I think this card continues to grow in value. And I don't mean money-wise. I just mean meta-wise. His value continues to increase because so many cards are being played for free without requiring any energy in this game, or very minimal energy. And most of the time, they cost 15k or less, and he will punish them. If you have this guy on board and Koitsukai is active, they are losing 4 cards every time they try to bring something out on your turn. So they're trying to bring out some combo pieces and play cards through non-keyword skills. Not only do they discard 2 cards, but Koitsukai makes them warp 2. That's 4 cards they lose. It's a powerful combo. I don't even really attack with this guy half of the time. I just let him sit on board. And if you stall me out, then I will start then I'll start attacking. So you definitely want to play this and play 4 of this. I don't know why I only have 3. That's very foolish of me. For my super combos, I actually play 2 of the Vegeta, the Prince Strikes Back. And these are actually supposed to be my trunks. I don't know where they're at. My friend Brandon let me borrow his from the tournament. I did take out Bibbidi. I was a big fan of Bibbidi. Bibbidi's awesome. He's really great. But I wanted some draw power early game just in case I was getting stalled and they were trying to like make me not awaken at 4 life or less. I was playing the Trunks, the Xeno Trunks super combo that has Sparking 5. And when you combo, you get to draw a card, and he has 10k. And the Vegeta is just amazing. He filters out cards you don't need in your hand. If you're like tapped out and you have cards that are just dead, just put them in the bottom of the deck and draw 2. So just very basic super combos, nothing like crazy. I do play 2 Hidden Power East Supreme Kai. So I used to play 4. 4 is realistic. 4 is actually acceptable. I only play 2 only because in this build with the Katopeslas, you know, that's 6 cards that have double strike. Your Unison is going to have double strike. So that turns to 10 cards in a deck that have double strike. And then you slap these guys down. That's 10, 11, 12. Like about 12 cards that are going to have double strike. And this puts anything with double strike. So I was playing 4, but I had to cut it down. So then I have room for the whole, for the whole chain. and it really did well for me. I mean, I really don't have a problem with it. I think if I were to like upgrade the deck, I may bump it up to 3, but 2 I was very content with, so this is very good. For my overrealm, I only played Demon God Demigra. 3 Demon God Demigras. I really was going to play a version where I do not play any overrealm cards, because inside my head, I'm like, why the hell would I overrealm? I need these guys in my drop area. I need my chain, my Universe 3. I need my Power Rangers in the drop area. Because if I don't, then what the hell? What's my 1 drop going to do? He's going to just get played and I can't grab anything from the drop area, from the Battle Evolution? Hell no. But then I sit back and I play, and I'm like, as I play test with my friends, I'm like, damn, that's really all I can do. This deck is kind of like a one-trick pony. They just know that I play cards for free. They know that I'm going to play 1-drops that are self-awakeners. And they know about the Power Rangers, the whole chain. There's nothing else I'm doing that they can't try to like, that's going to like bop them in the head. So I went back, brought these guys out. I bring him out early game. I don't bring him out late game. I bring him out turn 2. If I have exactly 5, whatever, I'm just going it in. I'm not one of those players that try to like bring this guy out and there's like 10, 12 cards in the drop area. You are nuts. You're going to go turn 4 with this game. With all your games, every game I had, I was winning either turn 4 or turn 5. I think with Cooler, it was like turn 6. That was a long-ass game, unnecessarily long. But you want to play this guy, man. Dark Overrealm for 2 energy, 5 black battle cards. You're going to draw a card when he gets played, warp one of your opponent's battle cards. In the mirror match, man, it's like whoever brings this guy out first is going to just stress. Or if you bring this out second, too, in the mirror match, you're just going to warp stuff. You're going to warp theirs, and then now you're just going to cause problems. And then when this card attacks, the opponent has a warp a card from their hand. If you haven't noticed, man, Black is starting to have green mechanics, as in the opponent is losing hand advantage. They are getting punished every time you attack or every time they play something. If you haven't noticed, Black is like the new green. And I know that's a weird statement, but it really is the new green. Have you noticed like all the good Black cards now are just punishing the opponent's hand? That means something, man. And we're probably going to get more cards in the future that is just hand destruction for Black. So this guy, you have to play it. If there is any card you're going to play that is an Overrealm, Dark Overrealm in this deck, it is this guy. I did not play anything that kind of like board removal. I kind of let Vegeta and this guy do the job. So, but yeah, you're definitely going to want to play this. Next, for the extra cards, this is the only extra card I play. I play 4 Power Bursts. This card is going to let me grab my Supreme Kais. It's going to let me grab my 1-drops. It's going to let me grab my Katopeslas. At worst, if you don't have anything good to grab, you can grab Kawutsukai back. Who the hell cares? You're going to get your Black Man Same. This card is amazing. Sparking 5. You don't have to pay the energy cost for it. So I say I play 4. I don't know why the hell people are playing 3. They're out of their goddamn minds not playing a full playset of this card. Because this baby is amazing. People sleep on this, man. Don't be bad. Play this at 4. Max this card out. This is basically a draw 2. I'm not even playing with you. This card basically says negate and draw 2 cards. You're going to take a card from your life and take a card from your drop or warp. What other negate has that? You know, this is amazing. And guys, for the final card, secret rare, right here, baby. Lineage. This secret rare is so underestimated. I know there's so much hype about it. Players are really hyping it up. I was not a believer of this card until I started playing it. And I said, holy shit, I'm taking everything. When I see my opponents try to combo for game with a battle card of an energy cost 7 or less with no barrier, thank you, sir. Give that back. Farewell. Have a goodbye. Have a good day and keep it moving. This card will steal anything you want. So let me tell you a really funny story about this card. Round 1, I played against my friend in the mirror match, right? I paid my 2 energy, and I start chaining up. Man, I bring this bad boy out. I attack. He had 1 energy open. I attack. I didn't think he even had it. I attack, and I'm like, no combos. 25K double strike crit. He slaps this baby on me. He takes it. He's like, give me that. I said, I bet. Take it. On my next attack, my following next attack with a battle card, he's like, no negates. I said, you tapped out. Yeah? Okay, cool. No combo. Active battle. Let me slap mines back. Stole him. I got my boy back. The crowd went wild. Everybody went crazy. That's my boy, though. I love Andy. And shout out to Andy. That game was intense because he was kicking my ass at first. I took this back. Everyone was like, oh, shit. He brought this shit back. And then just evolved and went for game. So this card, man, it is so oppressive. It is so strong. I don't know why some people sleep on this card. This card is going to win you games. So there you have it, folks. Sorry for the long video. Sorry for the long explanation. This deck is really cool. It does have its pros. It does have its cons. I explained it. You're really pushing the opponent back. But at turn 4, that's when they're really kind of prepared for it. So make sure if you really want to throw them out of their system, start evolving early, like on turn 2 and turn 3. And then when it goes to turn 4, you at least have one established chain up, and then just continue to chain, or just start bringing out the new ones. So I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day.